Lego Harry Potter has been going non-stop full throttle since 2018, and it looks like there are no signs of stopping. What is going on, Daniel Lewa? What am I seeing in this earnings report from the Lego Group?
It's absolutely crazy. So Lego Group released their kind of 2024 performance highlights, and they list every year the popular themes. 5 popular themes. We don't know exactly what this means. Are they just bringing these out of nowhere for marketing purposes, or are these actually like their most best performing themes? They are Lego Icons, Star Wars, Technic, City, and Lego Harry Potter. Can you believe that, Matt?
And that's exactly what sparked our discussion today. Because that did surprise me. It surprised me. It's not even Ninjago. It's not even Marvel. It's not even...
Monkey Kid, what? Crazy.
Monkey Kid Sneak. But it's not even Friends. It's just absolutely wild. And please, guys, I am not hating on Lego Harry Potter fans or Harry Potter fans or anything in the complete slightest. Because you and I, Daniel Lewa, have watched Harry Potter over and over and time again. It's on constant repeat in your household. We love the series. We've read the books. It's an amazing franchise. The reason I'm just a little bit confused, though, is because there is no current Harry Potter content in media that's being pushed out right now. There are no new movies. There are no new TV shows currently. The sets are making sets from the older movies time and time again.
Okay, I hear all of what you're saying. And yes, this theme has been going full throttle since 2018, and it started even way back in 2001. So we're looking at a 24-year span now of Lego Harry Potter sets, and they do keep making things, but maybe they're making things bigger, better, more detailed, and more diverse than ever before.
I get that. The sets that Lego Harry Potter is putting out, they're still innovating. They're still coming up with new things. Like I'm astounded by it, and they do seem really cool. But I just wish I could get into the mind of a Lego Harry Potter fan to see exactly how, if these popular themes are the top 5 most popular themes, meaning most sold, how did it get to this point?
So we actually did get into the mind of 2 good friends of ours who are viewers of the channel, who are die-hard Harry Potter and Lego Harry Potter fans, because Methuselah and I needed to know what makes Harry Potter Lego fans tick. Why are they still buying Lego Harry Potter in 2025, even though there's no new Harry Potter media until the HBO show? And what makes it so great?
Well, I reached out to our channel member, Oliver J., the Ginger Lender, and asked him a few questions. Let's start with number 1. I asked him, why does he like the Harry Potter franchise in 2025? He said this: it's relatable. I grew up with them. They're basically my same age, and so there were real life lessons and situations that happened to me that also happened in the books and movies. What do you think, Dan Lewa? A little bit of nostalgia, perhaps?
That's a huge component. Like, that is absolutely massive, because a good friend of ours, also a viewer of the channel, responded to the same question and said, it was a wonderful story that I loved as a kid, and now as an adult, it brings that magic back. So whether it brings the magic back through the movies, through building the sets, like that nostalgia and that kind of childlike wonder is kept alive through Lego Harry Potter.
Yeah, and I think that's an awesome thing that the Lego sets allow that. That's interesting that the adults now, the ones with the money, grew up with Harry Potter and now may have salary jobs, etc., and disposable income. Second question, I asked specifically, why do you like the Lego Harry Potter sets? He says, Lego Harry Potter sets have probably the same stuff you like about Marvel or any other movie Lego set. Small movie book portions that you'd only appreciate if you are a fan, and small quirks or Easter eggs. It's also not super huge, like you can get into and grab a couple sets to get what is needed, and that's how you get hooked. So I was basically saying you can just get the smaller sets. You don't have to get everything. And maybe that's also why Lego Star Wars succeeds. You have smaller entry points. You can get into smaller spaceships. You don't have to get everything. Sometimes, like Monkey Kid Ninjago, you kind of want to be a wave completionist sometimes. Correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel Lewa, but growing up with original action themes, it kind of feels that way.
Sometimes, yeah, especially because they tend to spread the characters you want throughout a bunch of sets, and so you feel obligated to get them all. Not that you should, but I see what you're saying.
Whereas Lego Harry Potter is representing, this one specific scene, so you could just enjoy that. And they do try to do that in Lego Harry Potter, where they include, the different Easter eggs throughout, so you want to collect all the gold figures.
So my friend's answer to the question of why do you like Lego Harry Potter sets is because it's a way to interact with the world, like in your day-to-day life. Like, you are kind of interacting with the world and engaging with the the Wizarding World. It's exciting to see the details and the hidden treasures that are part of the story. So we're already starting to see some alignment between these Lego Harry Potter fans on why this stuff is magical.
That's true. The Lego sets could provide a more immersive experience. You're actually inside the scene in a 3D space.
I also asked my friend the question of like, what would make you want to still get a Lego Harry Potter set in 2025? And will it get stale? Is it getting stale? And they said, if you have the means, it could be really exciting to get a set. I don't think it will go stale as long as they keep making it awesome and affordable for people. Getting the Lego sets is a great way to be a part of the world without having to go somewhere like the Studio Tour in England or the Wizarding World in Orlando, which costs exorbitant amounts of money, a little bit more than the Lego. And getting the $15 Flying Ford Anglia is a great way to just feel like, oh, I am having fun with Harry Potter in a cheap form.
And then lastly, I was like, what would it take for you to stop collecting Lego Harry Potter? And they say, whenever they just don't have anything new. I'll always buy the new stuff, but the castle over and over will be lame.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly. They haven't run out of things to do yet. We'll see, if they ever run out of things to do based off of the movies. They may end up having to transition to make stuff based off of the new Max streaming show whenever that comes out. I believe potentially starting next year even. I'm very curious to see if that happens because it will have a totally different vibe, aesthetic, characters, and everything.
But we do talk about on the channel that people go through cycles. That's why we get Lloyd's car every so often. We get a new Hall of Armor every so often. So getting a new Hogwarts castle frequently isn't the worst thing because there are some people that may have just gotten into the theme or missed out on it in the past. But maybe it will get to the point where everyone is like, really another castle set? But they keep mixing it up and they keep doing fresh things like the owlry and the boat entrance. Like they keep getting creative. So I think it may take a while for the theme to actually legitimately become stale.
Yeah, new kids are going to their Scholastic Book Fair and picking up the Sorcerer's Stone every day. So it makes sense that cycle is restarting. The last question that I asked is like, can you help us understand in our terms why Harry Potter is appealing to this day and why they're still making Harry Potter sets? My friend said, well, just think of it like Star Wars. That is a very old property. The prequels came out the same time frame as Harry Potter. And we are still wanting prequels and Revenge of the Sith sets and all that stuff. We still want sets from movies that came out in the 70s and 80s. Like, who are we to say, like, oh, it's an old movie franchise. Why are they still doing stuff when us, literally, Star Wars fans, are doing that exact same thing?
I mean, Star Wars does have the newer TV shows, newer content coming out that kind of reignites your love for Star Wars a little bit. If it's good or not, that's a whole different story. But no, it totally makes sense. Like, I want Marvel sets from the 90s X-Men series. It doesn't really matter. And I think another thing is Harry Potter covers a demographic, a theme that isn't covered by any other theme right now of witchcraft and wizardry. That has zero crossover with Star Wars and like the original action themes, Asian inspired ones. It's its own complete unique theme in the Lego sphere as well.
Yeah, definitely. The last thing I'll add on to that is that part of that appeal, I believe, is that it's fantastical, but it's also much more relatable for a lot of people and more like a role-playing or realistic than a Ninjago or a Monkey Kid, because it's like, these are normal kids living in London or England that go to a school. It happens to be magical. And that's like a power fantasy for a lot of people, right? It's an isekai for people who don't know what isekai even means.
And they do have actual skin tones rather than yellow faces, which may help with the relatability. But that's a whole different discussion for a different day. But no, there is still stuff like Hogwarts Legacy coming out. Like, there is still like Harry Potter media, and we're going to get even more. So I hope this theme continues to succeed. I have nothing against it. And I was just extremely curious for us not being Harry Potter collectors to get into the mind of those that are. Let us know your thoughts of why you actually collect Harry Potter. Like, why do you spend your money on this in 2025, or why don't you? Please, we love the discussion.
We do love it. Please let us know. You're all awesome for watching, and special shout out to our awesome channel members who are...
I'm Lidme, MC Go, Richie Rage, Uncle Norman, Uncle Michael, Mary Kay, Oliver J. the Ginger Lender, thank you, Cesar, Shui Lee, Grandma Susan, Norman Davis, and Dr. Dan, PhD. If you like these kind of discussion videos, consider becoming a channel member. We get some awesome fun perks, and consider hitting that subscribe as well as smashing the like button.
If you made it this far in the video, put Mimikyu in the comments below because you're a real one.